On Sunday night, young basketball talent Victor Wembanyama and his San Antonio Spurs team faced a formidable challenge against the Los Angeles Clippers in their first road game of the season. Unfortunately, the result was not as expected, with Spurs suffering a 40-point defeat. However, despite this setback, the clash revealed important lessons to be learned, both about the development of young players and the difficulties Wembanyama faces when facing elite defenders. Furthermore, he highlighted the positive impact of bench players such as Charles Bassey and Cedi Osman. In this context, we will explore the main considerations of this match and the valuable lessons that the San Antonio Spurs and their young players have ahead of them in their journey of growth and maturation in the NBA. Victor Wembanyama and the young San Antonio Spurs team have a considerable learning path ahead of them. Suffering a 40-point loss in their first road game of the season was not in the team's plans when facing the Los Angeles Clippers. However, despite the setback, there were positive aspects to highlight. As Los Angeles Clippers center Ivica Zubac prepared to shoot his second free throw midway through the third quarter, he looked completely at ease, demonstrating his lack of pressure. This Los Angeles game, just the third of the season, attracted the attention of the basketball world. Victor Wembanyama's debut in an away match was a remarkable event in itself. Although he had a solid performance in the first half, San Antonio was down 30 points, and hope of a comeback was gone. However, the Clippers were not willing to slow down. Young people in the development phase. When Victor Wembanyama arrived in San Antonio, the excitement of the Spurs fans was palpable. They were excited to have one of the league's top rookie talents and hoped he would fit in perfectly with the team. However, the reality proved different on Sunday night. Wembanyama struggled in attack, and the Spurs team had trouble circulating the ball effectively. When the Clippers started to find their baskets, the situation got worse. The lack of players with notable experience hampered San Antonio's ability to deal with the deficit on the scoreboard. Spurs' effort was visible, but as a team, they struggled to recover. Wembanyama faced a stout defense, led by Kawhi Leonard, and Jeremy Sochan was struggling to play point guard in the early stages of San Antonio's starting five experiment. While Tre Jones has looked more comfortable at that position, there is still room for improvement. The difficulties seen on Sunday night are common in a young team, and this season will be a learning experience. Wembanyama faces elite defenders. Although Victor Wembanyama is a talented and imposing player for opposing defenses, he is not invulnerable. Your low performance nights happen, and there seems to be a pattern to these moments. On the night he faced Dillon Brooks, Wembanyama struggled in the first half. Brooks is known for his solid defense, which impacted Wembanyama's performance. Although he recovered in the fourth quarter, his performance in Los Angeles was not effective. Facing Kawhi Leonard, an elite defender, for much of the game had a visible impact on Wembanyama. He made just 4 of 10 shots, scoring 11 points and collecting 5 rebounds, but his effectiveness was limited, and the Spurs did not benefit significantly from his presence on the court. Bassey and Osman highlights. Even with Wembanyama's irregular performance, 2 players on the San Antonio Spurs bench stood out. Charles Bassey was the only player with a positive score, while Cedi Osman also had a notable performance. Osman proved to be an experienced presence on the court, moving well without the ball and contributing to marking and scoring. He scored 12 points, including 2 3-pointers, and made an impact on defense. Bassey, playing a different role, also contributed positively. In his 16 minutes on the court, the Spurs outscored the Clippers by 9 points, with Bassey collecting 5 rebounds and scoring 6 key points. Although the night was not favorable for Spurs as a whole, Bassey and Osman stood out, showing their value and willingness to contribute when needed.